Bill Withers. First song played on Afterlife, Series 1. And I think that's it's quite topical because I'm not halfway through, 2/7 through filming Afterlife 3. So I thought I'd do a little special as I'm home. I'm filming near my house, so I can't do this if I'm not here because the Wi-Fi and stuff. Also, I'm busy, so am I tired? Do I seem more tired than usual? I've done I've done 2 weeks' work this year. Where are you watching this from? New Jersey, NW5, just down the road. Boston, Moscow. Wow, all over basically. Mexico. So yeah, I thought I should say hello because I've missed you guys. I've really missed answering questions from cats and dogs about whether I swap my eyes and bollocks or mouth and anus. So I asked Sam Harris some of those type questions on one of the podcasts in our series. I can't tell you anything about that, but it'll be all out tomorrow about it. It's the press release out tomorrow, and there's sort of exclusive deals. Deadline at Hollywood have got all about it, so I'm not going to tell you about it because that'll spoil their exclusive. So they'll tell you how to get it and where and what it's all about. I'll just say you'll enjoy it. You'll really enjoy it, and it's not, it's not really heavy. It's not all silly or comedy. It's just thought-provoking chats, and we'd love you to get interested in all the subjects we talk about. It's all about the brain, and we'd like you to go and be more interested and research it and ask us questions for if we do a second series. But you'll know all about that tomorrow, and I'll retweet it. And yeah, I can't tell you any more. What do you want to know? Okay, let's start. Gunner straight in. Gunner the dog. May the 4th will be Andy's birthday. That's his brother. Ki Gong Jin, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, 1999, is rumoured to be the influence for all the man buns in the Premier League. Does this mean Andy Carroll is a Jedi or Gareth Bale? Now, I wouldn't have even got that reference if there wasn't a picture of Liam Neeson in Star Wars. I haven't watched the Star Wars films. Yeah, I know. I'm the one. I'm the person. I watched the first one when it came out, when I was, a kid, and I enjoyed it. But I've never been that guy. I'm not into that and Star Trek and Doctor Who. I sort of appreciate them, but it's never been my thing. I like some sci-fi, but yeah. I don't know. Is it? It looks like it. Yeah, yeah. Gareth Bale's got a little man bun, isn't he? There's we've got a couple of buns in Afterlife 3. No spoilers. Brenda, hi. Does comedy always need to have its roots in sadness or pathos, the frailty of the human condition? Now that's an interesting question. That's quite astute because I don't think most people even think that comedy should have its roots in sadness and pathos, let alone all of it. It's one of my favourites where comedy is mixed with sort of tragedy because I think it adds to both in a way. If someone slipping on a banana skin is funny, then someone slipping on a banana skin after thinking they've won an argument with their spouse or something, or in front of their old boss who they hate, it adds to it. So I've always thought that there's a you know, a mixture. It has got its roots in those things because they're sort of the same. Drama and comedy are the same, really. It's it is about humanity and us getting through. And I think I've said this before, but I think comedy at its best is saying, look, we're all idiots, so it's all right. I think comedy is positive, even though it's about sadness. It's sort of, if you can laugh at it, you know, then it's sort of a healing process. It's like role play for the soul. If you can laugh at the terrible things in life in a comedy, they're not as scary. That's why I deal with taboos because I sort of want to destroy them really. So comedy is great for that. It doesn't always have to be that. There's lots of types of comedy, pure silliness, puns, surrealism, but I like to mix comedy with drama because I like the realism of comedy. I like that excruciating realism, that recognition, us laughing at ourselves. That's what that's a real staple of comedy. As I've said before, the anthropologists think the first sort of joke, so to speak, was one caveman seeing another caveman bang his head because he knew that other caveman didn't mean to do it because he's done it. So it's all about empathy. And I think empathy has to include all those things. You have to care, and you care about the gamut of human emotions. Good question, huh? Danielle just says it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Danielle. Bella, here's my question. Get on with it, Bella. I was adopted on the 25th of November at 5 months old. So I've done the maths. We must have the same birthday. Not math. How are we celebrating? Shall we have a joint birthday party? Well, we can have a joint birthday party in as much as I probably won't even have a birthday party and you can have one on the same day as my birthday. If that counts as a joint birthday party, then fill your boots, Bella. Saw a great stick today. I said, oh, look at that. Bella would love that stick. That's what I do on my day off. Okay, now, Annabelle. Is there an aspect of filming Afterlife that you'd forgotten you enjoyed until you were filming Series 3? Been a long time since Series 2. What did I forget that I enjoyed? I enjoy it all, and I didn't forget that. I enjoy every bit of it. Even though working up to it is the stressful bit, particularly with COVID, will someone get it? Will someone test positive? Will we have to change the thing? Will all the things that admin, contracts, people letting you down, all that thing. Then when you get on set and everyone's there, it's a joy. It's a joy. I know what I'm doing. I've lived with a script for a year. Everyone's great. Everyone's a mate. So I think that you forget when you're filming the fun between the takes, talking to people, about stuff, just having fun, just joking around, sort of outside of the scene as well, exploring, mainly about comedy or the themes, but that's quite nice. Even though it's sort of casual conversations and jokes, it sort of goes on screen because you find how everyone's thinking about a scene, and usually something happens that just tweak it. So that's great, and of course the dog. Oh, she remembered me. First day she just ran over and she was all over me. So that was nice as well. Although I hadn't forgotten about that. I couldn't wait. Uh, yeah, good question. Paige, I love Derek. What gave the idea for his tics, his pincer fingers, and his jutting jaw? I think because it was childlike. Because I used to fidget as I was a kid. I'd fidget all the time and muck around, and I think my mum thought there was something wrong with me. So what is up with you? You got something wrong with you? I'd tap and just always be mucking around. Couldn't sit still. Go off on a tangent like Derek. Like when Derek goes, what are we doing of an ant and a beetle? Why have people got pinchers and ants haven't got pincers? Well, the same thing to them. Why have some ants, beetles have got antlers, but there's deer's got antlers and they're completely different. I'd be like that. I'd want to know everything. I was in awe of the world. I loved animals. So it came from that I suppose. Can't remember really. It sort of evolves as well. Another good question. Titch, if you're an evil villain in Mummy's new book, coming soon, the Book of Secret Mini Superheroes, what would be your villain name? Oh. Something around my real name, maybe? I don't know. Change Ricky to Dick. Dick, is that... You couldn't be scared of anything called Dick. It's too funny. My name is Dick. I go, what? If I was in bed at night and then this ghostly thing came and goes, my name is Dick, I go, what, like as in cock? You go, no. I go, yeah. I wouldn't be scared. I wouldn't be scared of an evil man called Dick. Or Willie. Willie, what's your name? My name is Willie. I go, Willie, what, as in ding dong? And he go, well, I don't know what ding dong is. And I wouldn't be scared. So no, Dick's out of the question. This came into my head. In early days of predictive text, if I used to write my name, right, the predictive text for Ricky Gervais was Ricketts German. Ricketts, no one wants to write that. Guess again. I said, are you trying to write Ricketts German? No, why would I fucking be trying to write Ricketts German? Fuck's sake. So that's my villain's name, Ricketts German. Now I want an evil spirit or something called Dick or Willie, and he goes around haunting people, and they just giggle. He goes, for fuck's sake. My name. What's your name? My name is Dick. Dick. Yes. So there you can have that. Marvel, you can have that. A villain who people laugh at because his name's Dick or Willie. Childish. Louise. We often see people pulled up online for an old tweet that contradicts their current position. And rather than celebrate that that person has learned something and has changed their opinion, it is used as a massive pile-on to cancel them. Exactly. How do you feel about that? And is there anything your 20-year-old self would have tweeted that you wouldn't agree with now? I'm sure. I can't think of anything. Although I'd probably be embarrassed by my 20-year-old self trying to be so right on, because that's what most 20-year-olds are. They're trying to be. So I'd probably cringe at getting it slightly wrong, if anything. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Don't forget that sort of virtue signalling is purely people saying, "Look how good I must be." If I'm bringing someone down, if I'm cancelling someone because the tiniest thing they did 10 years ago, think how perfect I must be. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to get one-upmanship to make themselves look better. So yeah, it's to be ignored. And you're exactly right. If there's no value in changing and saying sorry, don't bother then. It's ludicrous. You're exactly right. People, if you find someone that people was an idiot 10 years ago and now they're not, you're right. That should be applauded because they've changed for the better. But it's just people hating on each other to make themselves look better. Best thing is just ignore it. Just ignore it. That's what these people, they want attention. They don't care what it is. It's like these people who go on any march to smash windows. They don't care about the cause. It's that 5% that brings everything. All good ideas are eventually infiltrated and ruined by a minority. The trolls of the political world. But most people are all right. If you looked at Twitter, if an alien looked at Twitter, they'd go, "We're not going there. It's fucking mental," right? But if any aliens are watching, it's not like that. Don't think the real world is like the maniacs, the 5% crazies, extremists fighting each other over the minutiae of fucking nothing. It's not like that. Most people are nice, normal people getting on with their lives, okay? If you're a big fat fucking slug, I'm Zorgon, I go, come on lads, come down, we're all right. We might eat you. We eat fucking everything, so we might eat you. But apart from that, we're all right. Susie hopes. When you're 90 years old, what will matter the most to you in the world? You can't say best choice of bucket to die in. Okay, I won't then. Thank you for your broadcast. I think more and more philanthropy, doing something good with, you know what I mean? Sort of settling everything, leaving the world, feeling good about leaving the world better than you found it, I think. Yeah. I think more and more, I think that's what money's for. Once you're okay yourself, once you've got sort of comfort and safety, it's nice to use power for good. I think that would be my major concern. In fact, I talk about this on one of the podcasts with Sam Harris about like altruism. That there's something in altruism that makes you feel good. So is it altruism? And we go around houses, but I sort of think that's okay. I think that's a good thing to drive altruism. If you feel good about doing good, that's all right, because that's a good addiction to have. If doing good makes you feel good, you shouldn't feel guilty about feeling good about doing something good, because it's a good driving force for good. So I think that will probably be, when I'm 90, I just go, save that dog. It'd be £1 million then, wouldn't it? When I'm 90, a dog will be £1 million. I go and save that dog that's about to be eaten by some cunt. Give him a fucking million. Oh God, I missed this. Absolute bollocks. Leopold and Loveday, do you believe luck has played a part in your life? If you do, how does believing in luck jibe with your scientific quest for evidence? Well, yes. Obviously, right place, right time, bumping into right people, all that. This is another thing we talk about on the Sam Harris podcast about. We talk about determinism and that how there's no free will as such. No spoilers, but it's a fucking great conversation. But it depends what you mean luck is. Now, luck is just means something that happens that you have no control over and couldn't predict, really, isn't it? And everything from the weather or, But, and then we decide if it was good for us, it was good luck. And if it was bad for us, it was bad luck. But it's all relative, because some good luck for you might be bad luck for someone else. If a car swerves to miss you, it hits someone else, you wouldn't say that was lucky. It was lucky for you, but it wasn't fucking lucky for the bloke the car hit. So it just meant it was a random thing that couldn't be helped. Or it could have probably been helped. It depends on the circumstances. So luck isn't a really scientific term, but it just means something you couldn't predict, really. But you can change that luck, can't you? If going out and it raining, ruins your day, taking an umbrella in case puts your chance of good luck. So you can sort of prepare, you can think what could go wrong to a certain degree. It's some things you just can't predict, Yeah, it's not really a scientific term, so it doesn't get in the way with it. But you know, hoping without doing anything towards it does nothing. You know, personally, I think prayer does nothing. But if it makes you feel better, then you know, if it's a placebo works, as long as you know. If you don't know it's a placebo. So so in that analogy, I know prayer's a placebo. I think my belief. So it doesn't work for me. Um, it just depends what you mean luck is. Another good question. There's some great questions here. Right, right. Last but not least, we haven't got long. Joey, would you rather always wear your shoes on the wrong feet? I've had trouble with my feet this week because I've got to use different shoes and everything. Well, I haven't because I've worked my own shoes into the script because they were more comfortable. I think I've got a little bit of osteoarthritis in my toe. It's not a bunion. It's sort of like I'm keeping an eye on it. It hurts now and again. I'm ignoring it. I'm still playing tennis and going for a run. I refuse to stop anything. Um, so when a doctor says to me, "Oh, yeah, that'll get better if you just don't drink and don't play tennis," I just go, "We won't get better then," because I'm not going to stop drinking and playing tennis. Sometimes at the same time. Sorry. Would you rather always wear your shoes on the wrong feet or always wear your trousers back to front and inside out? Right, okay, let's look at this, shall we? My first thought is it's got to be the trousers because the shoes on the wrong feet are just too painful. My feet are already crap, I think, from wearing bad shoes when I was little because I was poor. I used to wear shoes just like cardboard and ham tied together with string. That's not true. But yeah, I never really cared. I remember like doing like plimsolls, like in a gym on a hard floor. Those now we've got trainers that have got like super sponges in them, and then I just think of me flapping around. No wonder my feet are fucked. Uh, would you? But let's look at this. Trousers on back to front, inside out. Trousers are annoying anyway. They're not like I like sweatpants with a drawstring. Uh, so back to front. Well, that's gonna. Okay, so that's gonna squash certain bits in it and have bits hanging out the back where the fly is at the back. So I'm gonna have to undo the belt that's behind. I could put the belt on the right way, couldn't I? I could undo the belt. Then I have to open it right. To have a wee, I have to pull my trousers down, don't I? So that's embarrassing at a urinal. So it's either have cripple my feet, right, so I can't walk, or show my arse at the urinal. Is that the choice? uh, oh, for fuck's sake. Shoes on the wrong feet. I reckon I could get a pair of shoes that where it didn't matter. They were so unsort of shapely and just like there was just sort of round. I reckon I could find a pair of shoes where it wouldn't matter that much. Because the trousers on backwards is just, I mean, that is. Although you couldn't do sport in the pair of the wrong shoes, could you? If I could find a pair of shoes that was just like there was no left and right, like socks, I think I'd choose that one. If not, it's got to be the trousers. If because the shoes are too painful and they ruin your feet. So I've just got to make sure I have to. Can I wear trousers without flies or anything? So they just they just got an elasticated thing. I just imagine that at the Golden Globes. Just walking out of the Golden Globes. Right, well, that was another. Sorry I didn't get to all your questions. I always had a question, but I can't find it. I think it was if Derek, David Brent, and is it? I can't remember. Were dogs? Who would they be? What would Derek be? I think Derek might be a little. There's some of those dogs that like a sort of a Pekingese type thing with the hair forward, aren't there? Or maybe a border terrier, Derek. Or David Brent be? David Brent would be a funny little. Maybe French bulldog or a Boston Terrier. Uh, what would Andy Millman be? He'd be a French bulldog, I think. Sort of. What would Tony? I'll have it. What's a grumpy dog? Schnauzers are sometimes grumpy, aren't they? Little schnauzer. Right, that's it. There's all your stupid fucking questions. Well, it was good to be back. Sorry I can't do more of these. As I say, I'll do the odd one now and again. Might even do them live again when it's all back. Obviously, I've got to do the half of the Supernature tour. That's meant to start up in Leeds on the 18th, 3 days before they've said they're going to open up indoor. But I don't know. They're bringing some things forward. I have no idea if that's going to happen. If not, we'll do it soon after. Because I think everything should be back to normal by the end of June. Famous last words, but it's clearly getting better. The vaccine is working. So yeah, I'm probably more confident than I've ever been, but still be sensible, and otherwise my gig would be cancelled. If you die, then the place will be empty, won't it? Look out for the press release tomorrow about the Sam Harris thing. I'll retweet it. Stay safe and be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.